Hi, I'm Heather Bertinetti for eHow.com. I want to show you how to make an easy tarte tatin. Tarte tatin is just a classic French pastry, and in 3 easy steps, I'm going to show you how to make this one perfect. So first, what we have to do is start with our caramel. So in my pot, I have a half a cup of sugar. To that, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of water and then 2 teaspoons of light corn syrup. Make sure you mix it all in together so everything is wet and every sugar granule is covered. Now bring this to a boil and wait till it comes to a light amber color. This may take a little bit. So see how it starts to get a light amber color? I'm going to stir it in. We're going to go a little darker, just one more shade. Right there is perfect. Now I'm going to take my 2 tablespoons of butter, and this is called deglazing. Now watch out, it's going to spit up a little bit and give a lot of steam. So back up when you stir this in. Look at that beautiful caramel color. So once the butter is all incorporated and melted, I can shut this off and I'll take it off the heat. So now that my caramel is ready, I'm going to pour it into the ramekins. We just want to coat the bottom. We don't need too much caramel. So I'm going to swirl this around just to make sure we have a nice even coat at the bottom. Perfect. So now let's get to cutting of the peaches. Let's cut it straight in half, down the center, and we'll take the pit out. Now depending on the size of the ramekin, it depends on how much fruit you actually put in it. These are pretty small, so I'm not going to need that many slices of peaches. We want to keep the slices fairly thick. You can choose to keep the skin on the peaches or you can take the skin off. It's your preference. And now I'm going to layer it on top of the caramel. So now that my peaches are prepared in the ramekin, let's get to the dough part. Just buy some store-bought puff pastry. I took the ramekin and I cut a circle out of the puff pastry about the same size as the ramekin. And now we're going to take the dough and we're going to place it over the top of the peaches and press the sides of the dough in, almost like a pie dough. So I dock the puff pastry because puff pastry has a tendency to really rise, sometimes a little out of control. So I dock it and I create what we call vents so that the puff pastry is a little flatter. So now that my dough is placed on top of my peaches, these are ready to be baked. I have the oven preheated already to 350 degrees. We're going to pop these in there for about 30 minutes. So I have one that I've already prepared in advance. I want to show you now how to take it out of the oven and invert it onto the plate. Beautiful. So this is my little trick. Really, you would like to let these cool a little bit until you can touch the outside of the ramekin. They can be extremely hot as soon as you take them out of the oven, so let them cool down for at least 10 minutes. I grab my plate and I invert it over the ramekin. I grab the ramekin and I flip it over. Beautiful. That is a gorgeous tatin. And don't worry if there's some peaches or fruit that's stuck in the bottom. You just scoop those out and fill it in. You want to get all that good caramel fruit goodness there. My favorite way to serve this is with a little bit of ice cream. In this case, we're using vanilla. You can use whatever one you'd like. Beautiful. That, my friends, is a peach tarte tatin. Remember, you can do this with any fruit, and it's not that hard. It can be super easy. I'm Heather Bertinetti. Check me out next time on eHow.com.